Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to the first edition of the W. Mason Coach Report with head men's basketball coach Speedy Claxton. Speedy, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Steve. How are you?
I'm good. Speedy, I don't know where to start, so we'll just start with you got less than a week to the first game as head coach of the Hofstra men's basketball program. A moment for you, 25 years in the making. Just give us and the community your just thoughts going into what next Tuesday night's going to be like for you.
It is going to be very exciting. I mean, I've waited a very long time for this opportunity, and it's less than a week away, and I can't wait. I mean, there's going to be a lot of emotions going into that game. I probably won't be able to sleep the night before, but that's to be expected. But I'm looking forward to it, man.
As the days get a little closer, they're now really close. Do you start to think about the moments that are leading up to the moment that happens next Tuesday, or is you kind of just really, not to sound corny, try to stay in the moment of I got to get my team ready, I got to get this ready. It's obviously never about you, but is it about you in your head a little bit?
No, not at all. It's about the team, and I'm really focused on making sure that they're well prepared for next week. We just had a great staff meeting, planning practice. We think we're putting together a great practice plan, and we're just all gearing up for next week. So the focus is definitely on the team. Everything about myself is not. It hasn't even crossed my mind.
And the team is an interesting one this year. You returned 5 really solid returnees, 4 of which really have played significant minutes for your program. And then you have 9 newcomers,
Yeah.
many of which are going to see significant time. How excited are you to kind of see those two develop together as starting on November 9th?
I'm very excited. Like you said, we have 5 key guys coming back from last year's team, 4 of them which saw significant minutes. They're actually blending really well right now. That was a huge concern for us coming into the season. We thought we would have some currency issues with having so many new guys, but that hasn't been the case. We actually have been talking the last couple of days that this group has really come together, and we feel confident about them. They're really finding each other, and they seem like they like playing with each other at this point. So chemistry issue isn't a big deal like we thought it would be.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not been a big deal, especially when you have these guys at this point in the evolution of college basketball. The guys are around each other in the summer. They've been before practice started. So the chemistry has probably built itself over the last 6 months, not the last month, right?
Yeah, definitely. We've had these guys since July, so they're all familiar with each other. We had some key guys get hurt in that period, so we're trying to work them back in slowly and kind of have them get on the same wave as the other guys. Those 2 guys being Jalen Ray and Kayvon Kramer, which are really 2 big key components to our team. So just having them back and getting them into the fold is going to be a key thing coming up.
You had 2 scrimmages this year. I was able to see both of them, and kind of was a tale of 2 scrimmages. One you scored a lot, one you defended a little better. What did you see from your team in those 2 games that the philosophy of the Speedy Claxton team is developing, how that's played role?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. The first scrimmage against Sacred Heart, we pretty much won it with our offense. We scored 93 points, I think. But then in the Fairfield game, we had trouble scoring. And you're gonna have nights like that. And we always preach to these guys that it starts with our defense. And that night it showed up because we won it with our defense. We're gonna have nights where we're not making shots, but the one thing that gotta be constant is our defense. And thank God for that game. That day it was. So they can see it now that we can actually win games with our defense and not just have to rely on our offense.
And give me one player for Hofstra fans to look at they may not be familiar with that, might excite them, kind of surprise them, or whatever it may be.
You know what, Steven? I'm gonna do one better. I'm
Oh,
gonna give
let's
you
go.
two. I'm gonna give you two
Great.
because they both need to be mentioned. And I'm gonna say for one is Aaron Estrada. He really scored it well against Sacred Heart. He had 29 points. Really good combo guard, transfer from Oregon. And then the other I'm gonna say is Zach Cooks, like electrifying point guard, transfer from NJIT, who could score it as well as anybody that we've been around here for quite some time. So we're looking to have a good year from both those guys, man. I think they're really going to be intricate to our team's success.
And give me what's the keys to victory, maybe not next Tuesday, but really on the start of this season, this 5-game road trip. What, you guys have a significant trip to start this year. What's the key to be successful during this stretch?
We have to believe. We have to believe in all the things that we've done since January to lead up to this point. We have like you said, we have a tough 5-game stretch here, and we can't lose confidence in the things that we've built. We got to keep believing in what we've done, and once we get to conference play, they'll start to show up.
Coach Claxton, we can't wait to get started next Tuesday and wish you lots of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Steve.
And thank you, Hofstra fans, for joining us in the first edition of the W. Mason Coach Report with head men's basketball coach, Speedy Claxton.